No room to entertain on board your boat? No problem. Just plan a party on the beach. This is doubly good now that we're all trying to be socially distant. I'm Carolyn Sherlock, and on this episode of the Boat Galley Podcast, I'll tell you how to arrange a barbecue or party with fellow cruisers at anchor. It's easy, and I'm sure hoping that we're soon going to be back to doing this. Now, today's episode of the Boat Galley Podcast is sponsored by Sail Dauntless, your personalized sailing adventure in the most beautiful locations. Experience the utmost in luxury cruising just the way you want it. Get back into the sailing groove on board this beautiful 52-foot sailboat where every detail is taken care of for you. Now booking in Italy and Croatia for summer of 2021. Use coupon code SD15 for 15% off any 7-night all-inclusive sailing charter in the Mediterranean, July through September of 2021. Ready to live the dream? Sail Dauntless. That's SAILDAUNTLESS.com. Let their experience inspire yours. A beach barbecue is the perfect answer for boaters who want to get together, but need to stay socially distanced, or, as things improve, don't have enough entertaining space aboard. Why not have a party on the beach? Now, holidays are an obvious choice, things like the summer solstice, Canada Day, or the 4th of July, as well as birthdays in the full moon. But don't wait for a special occasion. Hey, it's Tuesday is also a perfectly acceptable excuse for a beach barbecue. And don't feel shy about being the organizer, even if you don't know any of the other boats in the anchorage. Cruisers, by their very nature, are very friendly, and it's a great way to get to know a bunch of people at once. Just get on the VHF, call for boats in such and such anchorage, and then take them off to a working channel and say you'd like to have a beach potluck that night, and you're prepared to bring X. Ask who else is up for it, tell everyone to bring their own dishes, drinks, and silverware, and find out who's got what to bring. Now, of course, check local regulations before planning a barbecue. Some places only allow fires in grills. Some allow you to use driftwood. Some may prohibit a fire totally. In that case, you can cook the food on the boats and then bring it ashore. Now, I'd like to give you 7 tips for your barbecue. You can make a barbecue party work almost anywhere and with whatever you have on hand. But a few things to think about as you're talking to everyone or planning what to bring. Let's talk first about grilling ashore. If no one has a portable grill, and regulations allow open fires, an oven rack can be balanced on a couple of rocks to make a grill. Be sure to bring tongs and hot pads or mitts. Now, what about tables? In many locations, you won't find any tables ashore. People can eat on their lap, but a few tables are nice for setting food on. Dinghy seats can work well to keep food out of the sand, or you can just set all the food in dinghies. Now, if someone has a tarp or a piece of canvas, that can serve as a work area, again, keeping sand out of the food. Chairs? Yeah, some cruisers may have folding chairs or sporta seats, but for those who don't, an upside-down 5-gallon bucket works well. Tarps or Turkish towels also work for seating. Transporting your food. Now think about how you're going to transport any dish you're thinking of making. Deviled eggs may be great if you have one of those special plastic carriers for them, but they'll be a disaster if you're just going to put them on a dinner plate and try to cover them with foil and then take them in the dinghy. How about food safety? You can wrap hot food in a bunch of towels to keep it warm, but few boats have the ice necessary to keep cold foods cold, which is sometimes important in avoiding food poisoning. In general, I stay away from foods that have to be kept cold to be kept safe, opting for variations that aren't susceptible to food poisoning. For example, I'll take a pasta salad or potato salad that has a vinegar and oil dressing instead of one with mayonnaise. Let's talk about the good part, eating the food. Plan your food in accordance with how people are going to be sitting and eating. If they're at tables, it's easy to cut meat. If they're eating on their laps, it's less so, but it's probably doable. But if people are going to be standing, it's almost impossible. Soups are also hard if you're eating off your lap. Where do you put the bowl when you want to eat a few bites of your salad? And it's almost impossible to have soup if you're standing, unless it can be drunk from a mug. And remember, most people will just bring a plate to eat from, so if your contribution requires something like a bowl, let people know ahead of time. Now, take everything you need with you. Unless someone else has volunteered, be sure to take everything that sort of goes with your dish. Things like condiments, serving utensils, a serving dish if it's different than what you're going to transport it in, and so on. Now, don't forget dishes, silverware, drinks, an opener or corkscrew if you need that, napkins or paper towels, some hot pads, some rags because something always spills, your chairs and seats, bug spray, music. How about some instruments or a phone with music loaded and maybe a Bluetooth speaker? Your handheld VHF so that you can always call other people if you need help for something, a flashlight, and a trash bag. Trash bag is also a great way to pack up your dirty dishes to go back to the boat, and there may be some trash. I much prefer to use washable plates and so forth rather than using more paper plates and so forth, but you do have to have a trash bag. Let's see some other ideas for a beach get-together. They don't always have to be for dinner. You can do a happy hour and grilled clams or some other snacks, or you can do a brunch. Obviously, watching the sunset with friends and then sitting around a fire and stargazing are all popular pastimes. Not just for cruisers, but for everyone since fire was discovered. Enjoy your get-together and be sure to tell everybody there about the Boat Galley podcast and get them all to subscribe in their favorite podcast app. Thanks.